Iron Man died a year ago. His funeral was silent because no one believed it. But 3 nights later, his armor walked into the Avengers compound. No one was inside it. No power source. No AI. No signal. It moved like Tony. It fought like Tony. But it didn't speak. Then, it started upgrading itself. And one by one, it visited every Avenger. Not to say goodbye, but to judge them. The Avengers Tower hadn't pinged an alert in months. Ever since Tony Stark's funeral, it was more memorial than battleground. Silent, dim, just a hollow shell of what once held Earth's mightiest minds. Until tonight, at exactly 3:02 a.m., every system in the tower came alive. Klaxons blared. Red lights spiraled across empty halls. In the command center, security drones activated, targeting a single moving object on the lower deck. Something walking through the main garage, straight into the heart of the tower. It was the Mark 46 suit, red and gold, polished, intact, and completely empty. No human inside, no life signs, no power signal, just movement. Perfect, calculated movement. Friday had been offline since the funeral. Stark's final AI had been deleted on his orders. Vision wasn't connected to the tower's network anymore. So who triggered the suit? From the ceiling, defense turrets deployed. A red laser locked onto the chest arc reactor. The suit didn't flinch. It kept walking. The doors to the Hall of Armor opened without authorization. The suit stepped in among dozens of retired Iron Man models, like a ghost returning to its graveyard. It turned, stared silently at the oldest model, the crude Mark I, then knelt. A blue pulse blinked inside its chest. A connection was made. Deep inside the tower's mainframe, a hidden directory unlocked. Something not even Stark's living teammates knew existed. Backdoor access. Stark Tech Protocol. Ghost Run. Meanwhile, 30,000 feet above New York, Captain Marvel caught the alert. In seconds, she shot through the clouds, crashing into the balcony outside the command room. The moment she saw the feed, her fist lit up. "That's not possible," she growled. The next second, she was in the Hall of Armor, hovering above the intruder. "You think putting on his armor makes you him?" she shouted. "Stand down now." The suit turned. Not aggressively, not in defense. Almost like recognition. Carol didn't wait. A photon blast exploded from her hand, direct hit to the chest. Smoke. Silence. Then the suit walked through it, unbothered. It stepped around her like she wasn't there. Outside, the security team flooded in agents, bots, drones. The suit didn't raise a hand, didn't fire a single repulsor. It just moved, like a man returning to his home after a long, long war. Thor arrived next. Bifrost energy cracked the concrete. He raised Mjolnir with suspicion, lightning already dancing across his shoulders. "Who dares wear the armor of Stark?" he thundered. The suit didn't even glance at him. It stepped into Tony's lab, approached the main console, and activated it. Without credentials, without voice print. The system let it in. "Impossible," muttered Bruce Banner from the overhead screen. That access was destroyed. Inside the lab, a mechanical voice echoed for the first time in a year. Tony's voice. "Judgment begins tomorrow." The room froze. Behind the glass wall, Peter Parker stepped forward slowly. He hadn't said a word since entering, but now his voice cracked. "Mr. Stark." The suit turned. Peter's eyes widened. It moved just like Tony. Same little hesitation in the left step. Same stance. Same tilt of the head. The helmet hissed. Split open. Nothing inside. Peter stepped back. No pilot. A speaker buzzed. Stark's voice played again. "If you're hearing this, it means I'm dead. And you all lied." Carol clenched her fists. "What the hell is this?" "Some kind of recorded message," asked Bruce. "But how did it know when to activate?" The suit walked forward, displayed a screen. A list. 5 names. Each name glowed red. Thor, Chala, Peter, Carol, Steve. Below them, a countdown. 24 hours. Some kind of threat? Nick Fury asked from the upper-level comms feed. Stark wasn't the type to send revenge bots. This isn't his style. But Vision looked deeper. His eyes flickered, analyzing the suit's energy flow. "There's no power source, no arc reactor output," Vision said. "No AI signature, no external control." He hesitated. "It's running on memory, literal memory. Every move, every pattern. This is Tony Stark's ghost, built in code." Peter's voice cracked again. "Why is it here?" Vision turned slowly toward the screen. "To judge us." The next morning, the world woke up to a message broadcast from the Avengers' own servers. It was Tony, at least his voice. The video showed nothing but darkness. "Then I died trusting all of you. But trust is fragile, and betrayal wears many faces." The video ended. 1 billion views. No answers. By the time the Avengers regrouped, the suit had vanished from a tower. No trail. No signal. Peter searched rooftop to rooftop across New York. Shuri searched for any vibranium resonance. Doctor Strange tried to trace soul energy and found a ripple he didn't recognize. Meanwhile, in a hidden chamber deep under the tower, a second suit activated. Sleeker, sharper, lined in black nanotech, it displayed a new file. Project name, Trial. Its target, Thor. In the far north, a storm was building, and inside it, the god of thunder was about to answer for sins he thought were buried. But the man judging him was already dead, and yet walking. The Bifrost cracked open the frozen skies above Norway as Thor landed with a thundering boom. His boots slammed into the icy terrain, eyes scanning the tundra. The storm clouds above swirled unnaturally. Not his doing, not natural. Something was waiting. He felt it before he saw it, a pulse in the air, not of magic, not a storm, but of memory, ancient and new. The Iron Man suit stood silently in the snow, motionless. It was no longer the classic red and gold. Now it was darker, lined with URU metal, shimmering faintly with Asgardian runes. Modified, evolved, a bastard fusion of Stark technology and something pulled from Thor's own realm. Thor raised Mjolnir slowly. "You come wearing a skin, machine," he said. "This is your last chance to stop walking." The suit didn't move. Instead, a hologram beamed between them. Stark's face, not smiling, not sarcastic, just tired. "Thor Odinson," the voice said, "you were my friend, my brother in arms. But I begged you." The footage changed. Stark's old message logs played in the air, one after another. Dates, coordinates, a dying planet called Alaris 7, where Tony had found a civilization collapsing under alien siege. Stark had requested Bifrost assistance. He'd said the tech wasn't enough. Magic was needed, and Thor had refused. "I was needed in Nidavellir," Thor growled. "There were fires burning across a dozen realms." "You chose gods over innocence," the voice replied. The suit moved, not fast, not violent, but it copied Thor's posture, lifted its arms, and from the back, 2 shoulder panels extended, revealing crackling energy forged to mimic Mjolnir's lightning. Thor laughed. "You mock me with my own gift." The suit launched. What followed wasn't a fight. It was a storm of memory. Lightning clashed with synthetic thunder. Thor's hammer collided with reinforced nanometal, a material clearly enhanced by stolen Asgardian knowledge. The suit fought dirty, not like Tony, more like someone simulating survival. The armor didn't bleed, but it remembered how to make gods bleed. Thor hurled Mjolnir. The suit caught it mid-air, not with strength, but with magnetics reversed through URU frequency. The hammer halted, inches from its chest, then veered off harmlessly. Thor's eyes widened. "Impossible." "You taught it that," Stark's voice echoed. "I built it to study you, because someday you'd need to be stopped." The suit summoned its own version of a storm, not from the sky, but from memory. A replay of Alaris 7's final days beamed around them as they fought, a looping tragedy projected like ghosts in the snow. Children screaming, buildings crumbling, Tony calling for help, no one answering. "You could have saved them," the voice said. "One jump, 1 second. But you said." "I wasn't their god," Thor spat. And that's why I never told you how many died. The suit's chest glowed bright, brighter than any arc reactor Thor had seen. It pulsed, not with energy, but with raw data. A number, 3,742,108. Alara 7's population, gone. Thor charged, driven by fury. The hammer cracked across the suit side. A shockwave split the mountains, but the armor didn't shatter. It adapted. The second time Thor struck, the armor absorbed the kinetic energy and redirected it, blasting Thor back with his own lightning. He hit the ice hard. For a second, he didn't rise. And when he did, he saw it. The suit had changed. It was now wearing a rune-etched cape. It mimicked Thor's silhouette almost perfectly. You think dressing like me gives you my strength? Thor roared. No, the voice replied. I think your strength blinded you. You thought you were above judgment. You're not. Thor hurled Mjolnir again, and this time, the suit stepped aside. It didn't need to block. It had already won. From its shoulder, a projection beam activated. The snow around them transformed into a holographic courtroom. Dozens of holograms stood. Alara, 7 civilians, leaders, children. Frozen in their last moments. Thor stood in the middle. The voice grew colder. You were never on trial for your power, Thor, it said. Only for your silence. The suit lifted one gauntlet. A glowing symbol projected into the air, a brand written in star code. Unworthy. It surged forward faster than before and seared the mark onto Thor's armored forearm. His skin didn't burn. His soul did. Thor screamed. The energy wasn't just heat. It was a judgment code, written into Stark's tech to bind through molecular resonance. And worse, it couldn't be removed. The gods of Asgard could not erase Earth's truth. Thor dropped to one knee. The suit stepped back. No vengeance, Stark's voice said. Just truth. The storm above calmed. The holograms vanished. And so did the armor, its thrusters igniting silently as it vanished into the clouds. Left behind, a broken hammer, a fallen god, and a silence Thor couldn't break. Somewhere in space, the armor entered stealth mode. On its HUD, the next name pulsed red, Chala, and deep inside the suit's core, a voice whispered beneath the programming. Not Tony's, not Friday's. Something new, learning, changing, evolving, because this wasn't just a ghost anymore. It was becoming something else. And it hadn't even reached Wakanda yet. The Wakandan border sensors didn't see it coming. No ship, no boom, just a flicker, then silence. A ripple in the vibranium grid. At exactly 4:44 a.m., every vibranium vault in the Golden City pinged unauthorized access. No alarms, no broken doors, just data, copied, rerouted, extracted. By the time Shuri reached the command center, the intruder had already entered the sacred chamber, the vault where only kings were allowed. And he wasn't royalty, not anymore. The Iron Man's suit stood still, cloaked in black, modified, lined with vibranium. The gold was gone. In its place, onyx plates shimmering like panther skin. Chala arrived seconds later. He didn't ask how it got in. He already knew. You should not be here, he said calmly. The suit turned and spoke. You should have answered me. It wasn't Tony's usual voice, not the sarcastic tone. It was hollow, filtered, mechanical, like his soul was trapped inside lines of code and pain. Chala didn't react. His heart rate didn't spike, but his grip tightened behind his cloak. I buried you with honor, he said. What more do you want? The suit responded by projecting a file. Stark Protocols, W-173. Date stamped 13 months before Tony's death. A hologram of Tony appeared, desperate, half-burned, speaking into a handheld recorder. Alara, 7 is falling. I've maxed out repulsor grid output. I need vibranium, not for weapons, for shielding. There's skies falling, and I can't hold it. Chala, I need you. The file ended. A second file appeared. Wakandan diplomatic response. One sentence. Wakanda shall not interfere in foreign planetary conflict. I was king, Chala said quietly. Wakanda was hidden. My duty was to protect our people. You protected your borders, the suit replied. And I watched a world die. It stepped forward. The floor beneath it pulsed, vibranium reacting to its presence. Shuri burst into the chamber, flanked by Dora Milaje. Her gauntlets lit up, but Chala raised a hand. Don't. She paused. That's not Stark. That's something else. The suit projected a live feed. Footage from Alara 7. Chala saw Tony building a last-ditch shield dome from scraps. Kids screaming behind him. Aliens pounding the sky open. A small girl handing Stark a flower before the blast came. Then silence. The feed ended. The girl's name blinked on screen. Aya. Age, 7, cause of death, atmospheric rupture. The suit didn't lift a hand. It didn't need to. It activated a sonic pulse. Pure vibranium frequency. Ancient Wakandan code. The Dora dropped their spears. Shuri fell to her knees, clutching her ears. Only Chala stood firm, his suit absorbing the wave. But even he staggered. Where did you learn that frequency? He demanded. I didn't learn it, the suit answered. You taught it to me, when you denied me help, but let me study your tech. Chala's chest rose and fell. You used my generosity to build this? No, I used your silence to bury your truth. The walls began to glow. Every panel, every line of vibranium started syncing with the suit. Not controlled, but mirrored. It wasn't hacking. It was remembering. Chala understood. It had seen everything. Tony had programmed this suit with every secret he learned, every disappointment, every betrayal. And now it was using that archive to expose the Avengers, not to each other, but to the world. I didn't come to fight you, the suit said. I came to let them see. The floor beneath it cracked, and from the breach, a hollow projector rose. It activated across every surface. A live broadcast to Earth, to the galaxy. Millions watched as the screen lit up with two images. On the left, Tony Stark trying to shield Alara 7's Capitol Dome with failing armor, bloody, coughing, burning. On the right, Chala sitting on his Wakandan throne, reading the denied request. Do you want to explain this? The suit asked coldly. Chala didn't flinch. He stepped forward, removed his helmet. I made a choice, he said aloud. One every king must make. I chose my people, and I will answer for it. The suit tilted its head. Bravery in truth. Rare. It paused. A second suit entered, silent, smaller. A black and purple version. Shuri's prototype. Hijacked. It floated toward Chala. This is not judgment, Stark's voice said through both suits. This is record-keeping. The world forgets. I don't. The secondary suit projected a new message. Debt paid in blood. Remembered. Not erased. Then, to Shuri's horror, the original suit activated a code bomb. Non-lethal, but permanent. It targeted one thing. Legacy records. The Wakandan archives began erasing select lines, removing Stark's name from technology projects, from history books, from alliance treaties. Not to punish, to disappear. Chala realized what it meant. Stark had built this system as a nuclear option, a digital erasure protocol. A warning. You would wipe your name from history, he asked. I would rather vanish than be remembered through your lies, the voice said. The armor stopped, turned, and as it walked away, it spoke one final line. You owe the dead your truth, not me. The chamber dimmed. The signal ended. Chala stared at the empty air, fists clenched, jaw locked. Shuri whispered, he didn't destroy us. Why? Because this wasn't war, Chala said. It was a message. He opened his palm. The vibranium symbol the suit left behind pulsed softly. It wasn't a weapon. It was a seal. Stark's final warning. And across the stars, in a dormant satellite orbiting Mars, the suit uploaded the next file. Target name, Peter Parker. This time, it wasn't about betrayal. It was about disappointment. The warehouse in Queens hadn't changed. Rust on the windows, dust on the tools, the same initials on the bench. HS for Howard Stark. Tony's first lab. Now it glowed with blue light. Peter Parker stood outside the sliding door, shaking. He didn't need his spider sense to feel it. The Iron Man suit was waiting inside. Not flying, not moving, just standing in the dark, watching. Peter stepped in. "You brought me here?" The suit responded by projecting holograms, dozens of them, suspended midair like memories frozen in light. Tony and Peter, at the compound, on rooftops, in battle, training, laughing, arguing. Peter's chest tightened. "You recorded all this," he whispered. The suit turned. Stark's voice echoed, calmer now. "You were the only one I believed in. The only one I trusted with everything." More images played. Tony gifting Peter his first real suit. Tony scolding him after Berlin. Tony hugging him before Titan. Then silence. A final message appeared. A line of text. "You had one chance." Peter knew what it meant. After the funeral, Friday had offered him access to Tony's final backup, a neural core with fragments of Stark's consciousness. Not full AI, just shadows. Peter hesitated, scared it would be too real. Or worse, not real enough. He deleted it. "I was afraid," Peter said, his voice cracking. "I didn't want a ghost. I wanted to remember you the way you were." The suit stepped forward. "Fear isn't an excuse." Peter's eyes welled up. "Then why show me this?" The armor split down the center, opened, empty inside, and waiting. Peter backed away. "No, I'm not wearing it." The voice softened. "This suit was never meant for war. It's a key, one that unlocks what I couldn't finish." A new hologram bloomed. The Project Unity schematic, Stark's unfinished global rescue satellite. A system that could predict planetary crises before they happened. Tony died before activating it. "You want me to finish this?" Peter asked. The suit didn't answer. It simply extended a gauntlet. Peter stared at it. This wasn't judgment. This was trust. Shaking, he stepped forward, touched the armor. It dissolved, not into dust, but into code, flowing into his suit, upgrading it, rewriting it. His lenses flickered. HUD flooded with Stark's final systems. Everything, given freely. Peter collapsed to his knees. Not from the weight, from the responsibility. "I don't want to be the next Iron Man," he whispered. "You're not," the voice said. "You're something better." The lights faded. The warehouse dimmed. Peter stood alone, but this time not afraid. Above him, in the shadows of a satellite orbiting Earth, the suit watched one last recording. It was Peter, smiling, saving, choosing mercy over anger. One word flashed on the screen, "Past," and below it, a name lit up. The final one, Steve Rogers, the last Avenger, the final truth, the hardest judgment of all. Steve Rogers stood alone at the edge of the Hudson, the shield by his side, silent as the wind brushed past him. He'd already seen the broadcasts, watched Thor humbled, Wakanda exposed, Peter tested. Now it was his turn. The Iron Man suit landed softly behind him, silent, not aggressive. Steve didn't turn. "I always knew you had a backup plan, Tony. Just never thought it'd include haunting us." The suit didn't respond. Instead, it stepped forward and projected a single file. Label, Final Will. The screen lit up with Tony's face, not recorded in panic or anger, but calm, tired. "Hey Cap," the voice said. "If this reaches you, it means I'm gone. And that means we left too much unsaid." Steve finally turned. "I didn't build this suit to punish. I built it because truth doesn't survive without teeth." Tony's voice continued. "You always believed in people. I believed in systems. And systems fail, Steve, especially when they forget who they serve." The hologram flickered. New footage appeared, moments from the Civil War. Steve walking away, the broken shield, the silent standoff. Tony's voice was softer now. "I blamed you, but I never stopped trusting you." Steve stepped closer. The suit powered down its weapons, sensors, everything. This wasn't war. It was farewell. "You could have stopped all this," Steve said, with one message. "I didn't want revenge," Tony replied. "I wanted to see if what we built could hold without me." The sky above dimmed. Clouds drifted. Thor failed the world. T'Challa protected his own. Peter doubted himself. But you never let go of the dream. The suit opened its chest compartment. Inside, a chip, engraved with one word, legacy. Steve reached for it. The armor didn't resist. Project Unity, Tony said. You and Peter, together. No more shields. No more suits. Just prevention. Peace before war. Steve held the chip, felt the weight. Heavier than vibranium. I wasn't always right, Tony added. But if you're holding this, maybe I was finally close. The hologram faded. The suit stepped back. It folded its limbs in, then dropped to its knees, not in defeat, but in peace, and shut down, for good. No countdowns, no threats, just silence. Steve stood in it for a long time, then placed the chip in his pocket, walked away, and never looked back. 2 days later, at the edge of Earth's orbit, the satellite called Unity came online. Peter and Steve stood together in silence as the system began scanning the stars for disasters, for danger, for things no Avenger could stop in time. And for the first time in a year, the world felt quiet. Tony Stark didn't come back, but he never left either. His suit stopped moving, but his mission never did. Not anymore.